What's up, guys? Get this set up so we look okay. Let's see. There we go. Alright, see a little bit of everything. Alright. Now, pull up this chat here, just in case anyone wants to talk to me. Alright, well, I hope you guys can hear me. Already 6 people, that's good. How's y'all doing? Got a few things set up just in case, you never know. We're gonna just talk about kind of whatever you want to talk about. I've had a lot of interest in certain things recently, so we might get into a few things. One thing I wanted to talk about is kind of like an insider's look, what it's like to, I guess, be a ghost hunting YouTuber. Because I've noticed in places that other people have been, places that we've also been, where you have owners hype up stories for different YouTubers depending on how big they are. So if you got like big channels, they're gonna hype things up, really push demonic and all kinds of things. One specific place, I'm not gonna mention any names because I am friends with a lot of these people, but it is a little funny and off when these owners kind of do that thing, kind of sort of thing. So there's one place where not too long, a few months ago, a very popular YouTube channel went there, and of course now the place had demons and possessions and all kinds of stuff, and we were never told of anything like that. There are some more negative entities there, or not entities, I'm sorry, negative spirits there supposedly. And we did encounter some a little bit more darker, but we didn't have some of the things that other people get. We didn't get scratched. We didn't have any of this real crazy stuff that didn't happen to us. And believe me, I tried. I really did try. But yeah, it's it's quite crazy. I know people talk a lot about the history on these locations. That people get things wrong and this and that, and the reality is, especially for very busy channels, is they go to so many locations that you don't have as much time to just do all the research on your own, and so you kind of have to depend on the owners or the caretakers, whoever's giving you the tour, to let you know what's happening in the place, and you can only take their word for it. One location that I've been to about 3 or 4 different times, I've gotten 3 to 4 different stories almost every time I've gone there, and I've dealt with multiple different caretakers. So it's not even just the one guy. So you'll get 2 different people. So they'll just amp things up or whatever depending on the location. So it's kind of sad because it kind of bothered me when I saw some of the history and some of the things that were being said at one of these places, and it's not the YouTuber's fault. A lot of it wasn't even their words; it was the owner speaking. So it's not like they can you can blame that channel for what was being said because they didn't even say it. It was the owner saying it. So what are you gonna do? The other thing is the inside stuff. One thing that happens in some of these locations is that they set these places up so that you will feel creeped out, you will feel eerie, and you will think that the places are paranormal or they're haunted, even if maybe they're not. I know EMF pumps are a thing in some locations. If you don't know what those are, essentially they pump electromagnetic fields into these locations. And what that can do at if they pump a lot of that into the location, it'll give you a feeling of dread. It might make you feel off balance, make you feel real weird. So it'll give you that feeling of something is happening when nothing may be happening at all. And again, I'm not going to name the locations. I'm not going to do that because the sad thing is that I want to go back to some of these places because they are legitimately haunted. But it's just sad and it sucks when the owners want to make it more than what it is. And I understand, but it's just the way it goes. The other thing that they'll do is they'll use a frequency, and it's a frequency that we can't hear as humans, so you won't actually hear it. But again, it does the same thing. It's kind of, they do the same thing in like horror movies, and it's just a frequency that gives you a feeling of eeriness. Let's see. Let me see what that. When that popped out. Let me see if that'll pop back up so I can. Let's see. Okay, no, that's a good question. I have no problem answering that. So the reason I put that in the title is because that is what the owner of that location said that this was. I don't think, just like other YouTubers, I don't think that everything is a demon, everything is demonic. But when the owners tell you that that's what's happening, I have to kind of take their word for it. What they described was a skinwalker type of entity. And, unfortunately, in that video, we caught something that could have been on our SLS camera. I saw it, I believe, twice. I believe I saw it twice with my, but it didn't catch on camera. Again, it's dark in these places. It's possible that, it could have been our light shining and I just thought I saw it. It's hard to say, and especially when you don't catch it on camera, then all it is just, maybe I saw that, maybe I didn't. So as far as the demons and skinwalkers, and that's just what was told to us. The owner basically considered one of the spirits there more of a demonic rather than a demon. So I think what is misunderstood, and at least I can't speak for other YouTubers, but what is misunderstood is the word demon and demonic. I think sometimes people will use the word demonic or demon interchangeable with just something that is a negative or an evil spirit, rather than an actual demon from hell. The only time I could for sure say that I potentially, that's just what you believe in this house. Again, I'm not gonna go into which house this is, but there is supposedly a demon that resides in this house, and I really don't. To be honest with you, I don't really want to say too much on it because I do like the location, and the owners are very. If you say the wrong things, they will come after you, and I'd like to very much go back to this location again because I would like to find out for sure if that's real or if they're putting on a show, because part of me feels like they're just putting on a show. With audio being pumped in the house, EMF to make you feel weird, because you're walking around the house, you feel very off balance, you feel weird, and but yeah. So as far as when I put demonic, I know I have it on at least one or two. It has nothing to do with actual demons, and mostly it's just demonic activity, such as like evil encounters. So I have a church video that I guess was talked about recently, and there's a couple of things in the video that were brought up. Now, you guys have to remember that this is entertainment. At the end of the day, this is YouTube, this is entertainment. People want to watch videos that are entertaining. I personally like to enjoy what I'm doing. I have a lot of fun doing what I do. And to me, the whole thing doesn't always have to be, everything doesn't have to be serious. What I take serious is the actual investigation portion. All the other banter and nonsense, before, after, whatever, like, to me, that's not serious. It's just, we're just having a good time. So it's kind of brought to that, or talked about that, we're going to die and, this is going to be a scary night. Well, the reason I said that, one, it's stupid and funny. No one's ever died ghost hunting. That's not a thing. No one dies. We're not going to die. We know for sure that we are not going to die. Plain and simple. It's not a thing. But the reason I made that comment is because we had cars driving by and telling us that we're going to die. And I don't know, we never were able to really speak to anybody that had those thoughts. What the people that were willing to actually talk to us in the neighborhood basically just told us these stories about this place. We didn't know anything about it. We have zero history. We can't confirm anything that was said. We don't know. All we can do is take neighbors' word for it, and we kind of just like, well, this is what we were told. I don't know. There was like sacrifices and all kinds of stuff. Do I really believe that kind of stuff happened in there? Probably not. It was just a church. So there's things probably didn't happen. It's probably just folklore in the neighborhood. But that's what was told to us. And I honestly really just thought that we were going to get nothing. I just thought it was a cool building. It's like, let's go in and see what happens. As far as, what was the other thing? This is going to be scary. So yes, it was scary. Had nothing to do with the ghosts. The ghosts aren't the scary part. It's not about that. We don't get really that scared of ghosts, of that. What we get concerned about is going into places that are not controlled environments. Because we don't really know, especially when you have people driving by saying that we're going to die. We don't know if they're going to come back later at night. We have no idea. So yeah, it was a scary night because we just don't know what could happen other than just maybe a haunting, which that's fine. That's not really that scary. The thought that it was me just pushing a narrative that this is going to be a scary video, I don't know. How am I supposed to know if anything is going to be scary before it happens? I mean, we've been to tons of locations that we got absolutely nothing. Nothing happens. One that I never even bothered putting a video out on was Hill House Manor, which is let me see, that's I don't remember off the top of my head, but if you look up Hill House Manor, there's Haunted Hill House and then Hill House Manor, two different places. And the bad thing was, like, we get there, we get no tour, we meet nobody, so I didn't get any information on this place at all. And like, I was just basically let loose in this house with nothing. I didn't set up the investigation. I went in with somebody else that they invited us to come along with them, and he didn't really have any information. And like I said, we got there. He already had the keys, and the door was open, and we just had the place to ourselves. So I knew a little bit because I did some looking online before we went, and I knew some other people that have gone. But that's one thing that happens. I've had that happen at multiple places that they just won't even give you a tour. So you have no idea what you're even getting into. But for that place, nothing. Got absolutely nothing. And I know some people say, well, even if you don't get anything, just post a video anyway. And I understand that. But at the end of the day, people want to be entertained. So if you don't have anything to show them, like I just didn't see a point in showing a video of me just sitting in a room talking to nothing, for an hour. It just seemed pointless to me. So I didn't put it out. Didn't see it. It wasn't entertaining. And this was kind of early on still with me actually filming for YouTube videos, because there's a big difference between filming for YouTube videos and just filming for investigation's sake. There's a lot more to it to keep people engaged and entertained. I know a lot of people, for instance, um, I'm not going to start a whole lot of bad mouthing, but the reality is that a lot of debunkers, the ones that actually do paranormal investigating, they don't get a whole lot of views on their channels because their videos are just not interesting. They're not exciting or entertaining. When you're going up against somebody like Twin Paranormal. Now, I'm not going to go into any, fake, not fake. That's not where I'm going with this. To me, that's completely irrelevant as far as viewership. People watch Twin Paranormal because they like Twin Paranormal. I don't think most of their viewers care anything about ghost hunting or the paranormal or anything like that. They would just like their videos. So when you make videos on them and try to discredit them and whatever, it's not going to do any good. And I mean, and if you even keep up with any of their stuff, you can see that all they're doing, they're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's just because they're entertaining and people like them. If you don't put out good products, whether you get the best evidence ever, it's completely irrelevant. People don't care. I have some of the absolute best footage I have ever seen, period. But really no one sees it because I'm not a very big YouTuber. I don't get a ton of views. And it's unfortunate. I mean, and if there are any, I don't know, I can't even see who's even in here, if there's even other chats or whatever. If y'all aren't even around. But if you're interested at all at my gripe with the debunking community, I have a couple of things. One is going after Twin Paranormal, Paranormal Files, all these big channels. For one, you're not doing anything. You're not helping or you're not hurting them. What I believe you are doing is hurting the community as a whole, and I can say that firsthand. So, one of my part-time jobs is I give ghost hunts. I do guided ghost hunts, and I take people out to this little town, and we go around and we ghost hunt. Right? I give people, I try to give people an experience, and we've had a massive boom over the last few years with me doing this. And that's because so many people are interested in the paranormal because of Sam and Colby. Well, and mostly, you hear Sam and Colby constantly. So it is bringing attention to this, and people are now getting interested. And I don't think a lot of them really care that some of their stuff is fake. They just like them. How could you not? I mean, I don't personally care for their videos. Fake or real, it's irrelevant. I'm not concerned about that. But, it's just not my audience. But for, teenagers, preteens, they're like Disney characters. Of course they're going to be super popular. Same with the Twin Paranormal. Super popular. They're super likable. If, that's your kind of thing, especially if you're a younger person. I'm an old fogey, so I'm not going to have the same crowd. So that's one thing. I know I keep going on these long tangents about this, but I think all this is important to be said. Because I really don't hate. I say, hold on, that's obviously fake, but claiming it helps. No, well, I understand what you're saying. I don't agree with putting out fake videos. And I'm not saying that it is helping. I just think that these channels are bringing light and normalcy to the field. Because if you think just some years ago how weird you looked when you tell someone that you're a ghost hunter, even still, I'm very careful about who I talk to and who I tell that I do this kind of stuff because people think it's very bizarre. think you're a Satanist, or they want to run away from you. And you can see all my little weird stuff over here. I'm not a Satanist, by the way. I just have, I have particular taste and weird, and there's reasons I have some of these things, and I'm not into Satanism or anything of that sort. But it's hard to say how much impact, negative impact, on debunkers versus the fakers. But I know for a fact that it is definitely opening people's eyes and making people more interested in it, which I think is a good thing. I think the more people that get interested in this and start investigating, and I think one thing that we also kind of have issues with is all the equipment. Now, I understand where some of you guys are coming from with the equipment. Things malfunction. Electronics malfunction. That's just reality. But this is the best we have. It's just unfortunate. And I feel like if I'm going to go to places, I'm going to bring everything I can and afford, and just use everything at my at my disposal to make contact with spirits, get them to talk to us, get them to communicate, get evidence, anything. I don't care what it is. I have no stake in REM pod, so if it turns out it really just doesn't work at all, then I wouldn't use it anymore. But we try not to rely solely on one device. Even the spirit talker, I know that has a very bad rap, and I completely understand. Because a lot of times with the spirit talker, that thing will say all kinds of stuff and random words and random names. It does. So for what we do, I use it just as an extra tool. Maybe we can get something out of it, maybe we can't. Sometimes it's completely useless. Sometimes I feel that they are able to use it. And one EVP that I have that is one of my favorite pieces of evidence, it's in that church video where the spirit talker says the name Thomas. And then right after that, I get an EVP that says my name is not Thomas. And I thought that was pretty cool and profound. Because they are hearing the device, they hear it. And I thought that was pretty cool that they can hear it, and they corrected it. So whatever, that name Thomas, and for all I know, that spirit was trying to say something else and the name came out as Thomas, or the spirit talker just said the word Thomas, and it may not have meant it may have just been a random name. And, it just means nothing. But I just thought that it was cool that it corrected it. And we've had some. When I first started using it, I thought, we'll see, we'll try it out, and let's just see. And we've gotten some stuff that seemed to be, almost too hard to just throw away. And so we don't take everything that it says as like that's what it is. I want to back it up with other devices. Can you turn on a cat ball? Can you turn on the REM pod? Can you do something? Can you make another noise to confirm that what it's saying is you? And then if I don't get any confirmation, I'm just throwing it away. Sorry, let me read this chat keeps coming down. Let me make sure I read your second one. There's 90%, I never go on there first, goes on, don't get anything, they're gonna, unfortunately, that probably does happen. You're right. People probably do lose interest. I don't know if they necessarily lose interest, but that's the reality. And I always tell people when I take anybody out, and especially anybody new, or when I take people on these guided ghost hunts, that there is no guarantee. I can't make ghosts happen. I can't make them talk to us. I don't have any special gifts, or I don't. To be honest with you, I'm not even sure if I believe that people have gifts, that there's mediums. I don't know. I don't know if I believe any of that. I haven't seen anything to convince me that there are. So if anybody can convince me otherwise, then I'm all ears. But I personally don't believe that. But but that's just the reality. You can't make ghosts happen. When you go into these locations, I mean, as some of you may know, and if you actually do go, you're there all night, 10 hours, and you may get nothing. You may get one voice, you may get just nothing. It's hard to say. I think that what we try to do, and I think why we've been so successful, in my opinion, is because our approach. Now, we do a couple of different things depending on the location, depending on the spirits or whatever they're saying is there. If they're just mom and pop grandma, then we're obviously not going to go in there yelling and screaming and acting trying to provoke anything, because that's not going to get us anywhere. Um, we just talk to them like they're normal human beings, which is what they just were. And I think that's my problem with a lot of videos, is that these guys just go in there and they either don't ask questions, they just don't do anything. They just expect the ghost just to do stuff for them. Like they're not circus animals, and that was my problem with that other video. If anybody knows what I'm talking about, I'm not going to bring it up. So if you know, you know. But that's my issue. And you can't treat them like they're circus performers. They're not. These were just humans, and they're dead. And if you want to make contact and communicate with them, you just have to talk to them. And I have all these devices, anything possible for them to try to use. And in my investigations, I get really compelling stuff happening with the devices. Now, can I for sure say that every time something happens it's paranormal? Of course not. No, nobody can. Anybody that tells you that they know for sure is just either just lying, or they're just wrong. They don't know. They're probably just lying to you, because nobody on earth can prove. Nobody. Not me. Nobody. And I said, anyone that says they can is just straight up a snake oil salesman. And that's the other issue I have with the debunkers. Now, I have watched most of you guys' videos. If any of you are still here, watch a lot of these videos. I was a massive fan of certain ones. The Shape. I watched for every video. I went back to his catalog and watched all his videos. I really enjoyed his content. But what really bothered me, let's see, Hey BJ, what's happening? So what really bothered me about The Shape, and Beardo as well. So I contacted them, and I wanted another person's perspective. They were really harsh on people, and they really analyzed footage, and so I trusted that hey, if I show them something, maybe they're seeing something that I don't, because I do not fake my material. I don't fake anything. Now, again, I can't say that everything that happened is paranormal, but I didn't create it. That's all I can really say about my videos. I don't create anything other than this is what happened and this is what I caught. So I had some really good footage that was dying for somebody like them to just look at. I don't want them to do a video on me. I'm not looking for views. Just look at it privately. That's all I was asking. Look at it privately and tell me what you think. And so I would happily send raw footage, whatever they wanted, just to look at it and tell me if maybe I'm just seeing something, or whatever. I just want to know the truth, because some of the stuff I have is just incredible. And and I guess what bothered me was that they were not interested. No response, no nothing. So they're not interested in seeing it. Like I said, I didn't ask to go on a video. I just wanted you to look at it. And like the fact that they just completely ignored it was just like, it kind of tells me that they're not interested in actually seeing real evidence. What they're interested in is getting views on YouTube. I don't really know how else to say it. I'm not all that interested in seeing these things. Well, that's your opinion. You obviously probably didn't watch enough of my stuff to even realize what you're looking at. Do you even ghost hunt? some of the stuff we have, I mean, I dare you to find some of that stuff. And I'm not talking about, let's just say, let's forget REM pods, let's forget cat balls, let's forget flashlights, let's forget all that stuff. I'm talking about Class A EVPs, I'm talking about shadows, I'm talking about things like that. Well, whatever. Okay. Yeah, like I mean, whatever. But anyway, so that's fine. I mean, I really, to be honest with you, at this point, I don't really care what any of you guys think, because y'all are all just in it for clicks and views. Y'all don't really know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing, but that's okay. So, yeah, I'm not sure where else I was going to go with it, but I think that's probably about all I'm going to talk on that, because I think I've given that 30 minutes of my time, and I'm sure there's other more interesting things that people would like to hear and talk about. Well, that's okay. I mean, I don't feel like I approached anything the wrong way. Um, I think really what it came down to is I watched a video, I commented on it, and I put it out. I said my honest opinion on what I saw in the video. Just like everybody else does when they do videos on, um, the twins or whoever. Yeah, you're right, but I mean, I gave them months and months. I would assume that something, but I did. I tried. I really did. And another thing is, here's another. You want to know another thing? Your good friend, Paranormal Seekers. I've been talking to him since like we both had about 200 subscribers on YouTube. We talked quite a bit on TikTok. I thought he was let's see. Yeah, well, that's fine, whatever. Anyway, so we talked quite a bit. I thought he was a good guy. Him and the other, I don't remember the other guy's name. Sorry, but I thought he was. They obviously don't fake anything. Seemed pretty cool and down to earth, and I was like, man, I'm gonna befriend this guy. And we're both coming up at the same time. We both have like no subscribers. We're just getting started, right? And a few times I tried to just see if you wanted to do some lives or whatever, just to talk. I don't. And then I see that I'll back up a little bit. Um, uh, I he mentioned something about what video he should do next, and I made a joke on my personal account on the post, about doing Haunt Row TV. Clearly, it's a picture of me on the little thumbnail, whatever it is. Um, and it was an obvious joke. Just like, because I don't do anything fake. Like I said, I mean, you may not like my tactics, you may not like some of the things I do, but I don't fake anything. So feel free to go look at I don't care if you do a video on me. You could just email me personally and tell me my shit sucks. I don't care. If you just tell me what that I don't really care anything about that. Um, yeah, I did notice that. It keeps going up, but I'm also moving around, so it's possible I'm just bumping the table. Um, but now I lost my train of thought. Sorry. So okay, yeah. So making a joke on his thing about doing a video on us. I mean, he obviously knows it was me, and he's like, "Was that you?" And I was like, "Yeah." I mean, of course, duh. Like, it's a joke. And then so he runs and tells somebody who we will remain nameless, and they make it out that I'm, trying to get in his video because I want exposure and all this stuff. And it really just bothered me that he would do that. You know, I guess he was mad at the video I made, and I know all you guys are good friends now, and it's just, it's just funny to me. Like that was that's how you guys treat people that like you. In the same way with the shape. He comes on my video just bashing me, and it wasn't even. It was my Chris Watts video where I'm just watching and just analyzing the footage and just bashing me, and it's just like, dude, I'm a big fan. I watch all your videos, and that's how you treat your subscribers. Like, it's wild to me. Like, you know, um, so it just kind of it just kind of showed me a lot. And then, there was just so much that I see, and I think the problem is with a lot of the debunkers. I guess we're gonna just keep going on with this. The problem is that it got personal. Well, that's fine. If you want to I'm not gonna talk on the subject. I mean, that's up for you to say if you want to talk about that. Because I went out of my way and I contacted that person and basically called a truce on that. I didn't have to. I didn't have to do anything. I could have just left it there and kept going. 'Cause it doesn't bother me one bit, people making Facebook posts about me. It doesn't bother me one bit that people are contacting my job trying to get me fired. It doesn't bother me one bit. Um, I think the issue is that, uh, you guys are not used to someone pushing back on you. You're used to being the bully. You're used to somebody like Twin just, sending out a copyright strike. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to delete your comments. I don't have any problem with. No, I don't know. I don't necessarily think you did. And the funny thing is, you're not the cool kids. Y'all aren't the cool kids at all. Y'all are actually the losers. That's what you're not understanding. The cool kids, unfortunately, are the Twins and Paranormal Fires. They're the ones that are popular. Y'all are not that popular. I mean, I'm not either. You know, but it just seems it's bully tactics, and y'all are trying to, bully me, and you're just not gonna do it. You know, no one's gonna bully me. I only took my video down out of respect for that one comment, because I wanted to be a bigger man about things. Maybe I went a little bit too far. So I apologize to him. I don't apologize to anybody else. I don't apologize to all the viewers. And you're right. No, it's not about popularity, but my whole point is y'all are. But I guess, well, I say that it kind of is, because the reality is, and because you can see it in y'all's YouTube channels, not yours, not specifically, but a few of y'all's. I haven't really looked at your channel, to be honest with you. Well, again, Jeffrey, I'm not saying that the Twins are cool. I'm just saying in the scheme of this high school nonsense that is fakers, real paranormal, debunkers. I mean, it's all clicky. And that's what we're dealing with right now. It's all a big click. All those big channels, they're a click. They all hang out with each other. They do videos with each other. All the debunkers, y'all are a click. Y'all do things with each other. But my big issue is I don't like bullies. And the reality is, if you go and look at some of you guys' channels, you had no views. You had probably little subscribers. It's hard to tell like that, but you had no views. And again, I don't know who's on here. I don't know about you, Crow. I can't say for you because I have not looked at your channel. But they don't get any kind of pop-off until you start putting these big YouTubers and their their thumbnails and doing videos on them. No one was interested in your material until um, until you started putting out Sam and Colby videos, because that's going to get a lot of clicks and views. And then y'all just started running with it. I'm not convinced that y'all are all that interested in really debunking or taking down anybody, because you're not going to take these channels down. I mean, let's just be very honest about that. I'm not sure what the motive here is, but you're not going to hurt them at all. You're kind of just nothing to them. I mean, that's just the reality. It doesn't really hurt them and it doesn't affect them at all. Um, and so then all of a sudden you get all these massive amounts of views, and so these other guys like the paranormal seekers, they see that, they decide to join the debunking community, start making debunking videos, and now all of a sudden they get tons and tons of views because their videos weren't getting viewed. No one, their videos are boring. I've watched every single one of their videos, their paranormal videos. I would comment on it. I like it. I was, supporting because I genuinely just liked them. I thought they were good dudes, so I would, turn it on. Even if I'm not interested in the video, I would just turn it on and let it play. Because we all know, anybody that does YouTube, that retention is everything. So people going on and watching your videos and to the end, that helps. So I would do that. Even if I didn't like the video or whatever, I know he's not faking, so he's a legitimate guy, so I just watch it. But for him to, I look at that as a backstab. He tried to use a comment against me to hurt me, make me look stupid or something. And so so these are the kind of people that are in that community. I'm not like that. People may not like my opinion and my views, but I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling and what it is. I don't sugarcoat anything. So if you don't like what I have to say, that's fine. But I'm going to just tell you the truth, what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. I'm not interested in going to war with anybody. I just want to make videos. And I would have never even mentioned the video that I did. I would have never even done it, except for I felt that the shape, he started this, and it really bothered me. I'm missing a lot of comments. I'm not trying to ignore you guys. I am trying to actually answer what you're saying. Let's see. Hold on. I missed that. Hold on. Well, yeah, I know, and that's fine. I mean, and that's fine if that's what he's trying to do. But to try to backstab me for no reason. I didn't do anything to him. I've never been anything but nice to him. For him to try to make it out to be something it wasn't, like I'm looking for clout and clout chasing. I mean, come on, man. If I was just looking for views and clout chasing, I would do exactly what you do and just do Sam and Colby videos over and over. But I'm making it on my own merit. Nobody helps me. Nobody promotes my channel. I'm just having to grind, just like everybody else did. Started with grinding and putting out the best content we possibly can, and just seeing what happens. I did a Chris Watts video, and I guess some could say that's similar, but I actually didn't realize that I was going to get so many views on that, to be honest. I really, I was actually very surprised. So everybody who did subscribe from the Chris Watts video, that is here. Thank you very much for watching the video, and all the great comments, and I've been doing my very best to keep up with responding back to everybody's comments. Whether it's good, bad, it doesn't matter. I mean, I appreciate anything that anybody says. So I'm happy to respond to anybody and everybody. So if I did miss a comment, I do apologize. It wasn't, I'm not ignoring anybody. It was probably just a mistake. But yeah, so I did that, and I mean, the case is so old now. I just didn't really expect, much from it, other than, maybe I'll get a few hundred views like on my other videos did. I mean, so I was quite surprised. Um, and I've been asked now my opinion on other things like Sam and Colby and the Cody and Satori stuff, and I'm not gonna touch on anything that's already been clearly been done to death. We all know. I mean, so there's nothing more that I could say about that, that hasn't already been said. Um, um, yes, it is. Yeah, this was, I don't remember the date offhand, but yeah, some years ago in Colorado. And there was some police footage that, you know, that had some strange anomalies and EVPs on it. And I'd seen like a few clips, and I was like, what the heck? That's weird. I had no idea. And so I was gonna just hunt out like the original footage, and see if like like if what was on here, and it was hard finding the just original footage without anything on it. Almost everything had was done by a YouTuber, and they had stuff going or cut it up. And so I just found the best video I could. I'm sorry, I don't remember the girl's name. It's in the link of the video, or like in the description. So if you want to see the original video, her link is in the description. She did a really good job. She laid everything out. So all I really had to do was just go and watch it and see what I thought, And I said, it was very bizarre. I mean, again, is all that paranormal? I mean, I can't for sure say. I wasn't there. We only have one camera angle, so there's a lot of things that very well could have been, police officers, could have been dogs, could have been who knows what. That's the sad part, is just one camera angle. But that's all I had to go on. I thought it was just something, fun and interesting to do for me. So I did it. I was very invested in the case, and obviously as an investigator, I thought it'd be cool to do. I never really wanted to start, going over a bunch of people's videos and stuff. I don't have a lot of time for that. It's hard doing the videos that we have. I'm already backlogged a couple videos. Because full investigations. For me, I mean, I'm not very fast at editing and whatnot, and it takes a long time to go through every piece of footage. I generally run 2 to 3 cameras, so you gotta listen to every little bit of it, see if there's any voices, anything that's happening. So it takes a long time to go through everything, and then edit it all down, get rid of just nonsense that's not really interesting. I mean, because no one wants to watch a 10-hour video of me at whatever house. That's not very fun. You gotta whittle that down, to an hour and a half. Even that's, I mean, I don't watch hour and a half videos. So if anybody has an hour and a half ghost hunting video, I'm probably not gonna watch it. I mean, it's tough. So this is very hard. No, let's see. Let's see. TV shows, you also have a huge ego in the comment sections. All right, sorry. Investigating. All right, so let me see. Mr. Boo. I'm just going to call you Boo. All right. Yes, I am very reasonable. And the reality is that there's a couple things. One, most of it is nonsense. I don't think I'm the greatest investigator of all time. I mean, come on. That's silly. It's just trolling. I got so much, basically almost everybody that came onto that video was just hating. They didn't even watch it. And they were just hating on it. I did say it. I'm not saying I didn't say it. Because, I mean, yeah, I 100% said that. Doesn't mean it's true. It's not true. I mean, it's stupid. And you know, everyone was hating on me so much that I was kind of like, whatever. If that's how you guys want to be, then I'll just be troll you harder. I don't care. I don't care what people really say to me. It doesn't affect me at all. And sheep, yeah, the sheep comments, yeah, it's that I view that a lot of the followers are just sheeple. They're not thinking for themselves. And that's my honest opinion. I mean, you may not like it, you may not believe it, but it's a sheep and herd mentality, and that's what I don't care for. I am a free thinker. I think for myself. I'm not going to let anybody sway my opinions or my thoughts. Um, and the way they just came in attacking and not even watching the video, not even understanding what I was trying to say. And then again, that's fine. No one has to agree with what I say and think. That doesn't matter to me. Um, that's my opinion. I think it's a lot of sheep mentality, and that goes for these other bigger channels too. They do the same thing. They do not listen to reason. You can, even with evidence showing that so and so is faking evidence, faking stuff. Like we all know. Every one of us here know about these channels that they're faking. We know. And their guys do the same stuff. Oh, no, no, let's see. He shouldn't be blocked. No, I'm not sure why he can't. No, I don't block anybody. So, should be, he should be able to comment. I know I said I don't block anybody. I don't do that. Everyone's free on my channel. Everyone's free to say whatever it is that they want. I don't censor anybody, good or bad. As far as Sam, yeah, and like I said, I just said that their followers, Sam and Colby's followers, they're all the same. I'm not saying that they're not. They blindly just believe and trust everything that they do and say, and they throw anything away that you guys say. Others cannot. I side eye guy. If you try to have a dialogue with me, I didn't see it. I see you now. I mean, I don't. I said I'm not. I don't block anybody. So I do see that message. So if you said anything else, I didn't see it. My issue with that video had nothing to do, because obviously the side guy's he's not faking anything. I'm not saying, and again, I think there was a lot of misunderstanding with that video. And again, we're not going to touch on the sensitive portion of that. I'm never going to discuss that again. But with that video, it was more of a respect thing. And that's what, let's see. Okay, let me see. Honestly, I don't know how to do that. So if you can tell me how to do that, I will. I'm not sure how to do that. So if you can tell me how to do that. I don't do lives that often, so I'm not sure how to do it. But I'd be happy to do that. I'll wait so I don't miss your message. Chocolate chip cookies, man. I could go for some ice cream right now. I like ice cream. I've put on a little weight. I need to. He's on. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I'm just going through YouTube. Yeah. Let's see. Can you find my email? I can. Yeah. Yep. I have emailed before. I have emailed you before. We've talked. But I will email you again. Yeah, and we can talk. No problem. We can talk in private. We can talk, on, live, or either one. Doesn't matter to me. Whatever you want to do. So I'm not here for looking for clout, so I'm fine with just talking privately. So we'll do that. I'll email you and we'll go from there. Yeah, because I'm not. I guess I gotta have stream whatever it was, StreamYard. I don't. I said this is just YouTube Live. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm answering everybody's questions if I missed anything. Let's see. Answer that. Alright. Yeah, I think I got to everything. You like hot dogs? Bro, okay. What the hell is going on with these hot dogs? I don't understand, and the thing is, and so yeah, side eye guy. I'm not. I don't know how. Do I just share it? Do I just? I don't. I honestly don't know how to do that. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be difficult. Like, I really don't know. Um, but tell you what, I will email you. I will email you after I get off this stream, and we'll talk. But yeah, so explain to me the hot dogs. I also watched another. I don't know if y'all watched Tommy G before. I like a lot of his stuff, and he goes to share a copy. Well, hey Crow. I mean, can we? Yeah, I'm gotta side with you, Crow, on this. That I can't. Like, it won't work. Is that correct? I'm not trying to ignore you, but Crow is saying it's not possible. But yeah, either way, if you're seeing this, hearing this, like, we'll talk and we'll figure this out. Um, yeah, I said either publicly or privately. It doesn't. Either one is fine. Um, yeah. So this hot dog thing, and I know in some of these videos, he goes to these like hood, girl like ghetto gangster places, and they don't eat hot dogs. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm confused on this hot dog thing. I like hot dogs. I don't get it. Um, yeah, but I'm happy to talk to anybody. Like I said, privately, publicly, whatever. Any of you guys. I don't care if I said I'm not in this for publicity. Said I've already talked to Joe, but happy to talk to you again, about whatever. Well, yeah, I know we're talking about hot dogs. No one's telling me the deal with these freaking hot dogs. I don't get it. Cheap hot, man. I do too. I used to get those all the time. But man, you better be close to a bathroom. You might as well just eat it at the gas station. So, man, well, not sure where to go from there now. Reminding me of. Oh. Yeah, I will say it is pretty nice that we're having a little bit more of an open communication with all you guys. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to be the bad guy. I'm really not. I'm just trying to, just like I'm gonna turn this ball off. It's starting to annoy me. I just keep seeing it flash in the background. So, and you might be right. Maybe I do have some misconceptions, but I mean, again, there's certain things that I've seen, and it just, it is what it is. I mean, who cares what I think? I mean, really. Um, who the hell am I? Who cares? Um, I troll and say it's nonsense, but I'm just a regular guy out here just trying to make YouTube videos. That's it. I mean, um, you know, I go to a regular job like everybody else. I don't make a whole bunch of money on YouTube. Um, and I just do the best I can, and I'm just a very, maybe too honest, too blunt sometimes. That's very possible. Um, I know I get a lot of, because I've gotten crap for my titles, and we'll go back to that a little bit. Um, um, a lot of my thumbnails and titles, it's a lot of said in jest in a lot of ways. Um, Being trapped. So you see all these thumbnails, they're all trapped in places or stuck or whatever. So I have one where it's like trapped by ghost, and it's supposed to be kind of like thumbing my nose a little bit at all of it. It's to me, it's just part of the silliness and fun. And of course, it was clickbaity. I mean, that's just reality of YouTube is clickbait. Um, and if you ever watched some of these videos, usually you'll hear me joke about that. There was one of the jail videos, and say, "Oh, we're trapped, and we're just goofing around." And then I titled the video "Trapped by Ghosts." It's just stupid, you know. No one's really trapped by ghosts. No one's. We're not trapped in these places. We can get out anytime we want. Where no one's trapped, no one's gonna die. Um, Yep, and you're right, I did. Yeah, and I mean, generally, I'm a very nice, pleasant person. But the thing is, with that video, and I wasn't gonna even do it. Yeah, well, yeah, right. I mean, you're right. I kind of thought that it's. Uh, all right, well, that's fine, Joe. I mean, I mean, I'm trying to move on from that. I mean, if you don't want to, that's fine. But I said my apologies. I'm sorry. You wanted a public apology. My apologies. I'm sorry. Um, I said, I said what I feel, and maybe I took things a little bit too far. I was a little bit. I think part of the problem was I was a little bit amped up, upset. Maybe I took the side eye guy's video just a little bit too personally. Um, and it just made me very angry. Oh, Pam, no, I'm not fake at all. My videos are like my evidence, my investigation portion is not fake. No, there's nothing fake about what I do. Are some of the extra stuff for entertainment purposes? Of course. You know, but the actual investigating is not fake. Um, like creepy intros and dark music and horror, that kind of stuff. Which this is all my taste. I like this stuff. That's why I do it. But that's just the entertainment portion. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure if I mean to make sure I don't know why this chat won't just stay up here. Um, so. Yeah, and the point is, who cares? Who cares what I think? I mean, really, I'm nobody. But yeah, I think I answered. So people having fun pisses you off? No, not at all. No one, I didn't view it as having fun based on what I saw. You know, I just kind of, I think what it comes down to is watching how he talks about the twins. Now, I'm not in any way, shape, or form defending the twins, so don't think that at all. Um, but my point is that there seems to be no issue calling somebody like them out, and saying that they're acting like jackasses, they're acting like this, and being very disrespectful, which they often do. I felt he was doing the same. That's my opinion. Again, like, who cares? Like he just said, I'm entitled to my opinion, just like he's entitled to his. At the end of the day, I'm just a small YouTuber who gives a shit what I think. Just because that's my opinion doesn't make it, real or the fact. That's just my interpretation. And so I did a video. So. Anyway, what else we got? Any other questions? Anything anybody wants to talk about? We can keep going, but I mean, whatever. I just want everybody to have a good time. Said y'all got me here, so y'all can ask me anything you'd like. And I don't know why it's freaking. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. The chat always just disappears. So, but yeah. Yeah, the other thing, you guys, do you like? I do like hot dogs. I'm still not understanding this hot dog thing. So someone needs to explain this to me. I mean, that's your opinion. That I should chill. I mean, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I said I'm not. My goal here isn't to attack debunkers or anything like that. That's not. My goal is just to make paranormal videos. I never really had any interest. You're right. You're right. I wish I actually knew your name, but yeah, Side Eye Guy. You're right. And me saying that is not in any way defending the twins. It's more just that it seems to be okay for you guys to do that to other people, but you don't like it when it happens to you, which is pretty clear. We're going to ignore the stuff that was said at the end of the video, but the stuff I said about the Side Eye Guy, I mean, that's just different. That was just my opinion. I felt that this was what I thought, and that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. That's what you should do. Is come together and get together on that and defend your own. So I respect that. Yeah. Yeah, and that's fine. And it's again, it just doesn't hurt me any. I'm here to defend my position, just like you're here to defend yours. But like I said, I mean, I don't. It's not in my interest to do a bunch of videos on anybody other than my own. I do think that that video I did just got way out of hand, and of course, some of it is clearly my fault. I took things a little bit too far, and I can't really do anything about it now other than just move on from it. That's why I went out of my way to talk about it. With Joe, since he's here and he's bringing it up, like I guess he's fine with me talking about it. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to read your message. Hold on. Let me see what you said here. Creepy doll. And no, he didn't. he didn't come at me at all. But you could say the same fact for none of those other channels went after him. I'm not here trying to be a superhero for fake channels. That's um, that's not what I'm trying to do. I don't care about that. I don't know any of those people. I don't know them. Don't care anything about them. I was just off on my own with my own thoughts, thinking like it's like what? Because I said I watch almost every single one of Side Eye Guy's videos. I'm subscribed. I watch. So it's not it's not like I'm just some guy who's like that's it's not like that. But seeing him go out there and doing that really just bothered me. I mean, I don't know how else to tell you guys. And I just said how I felt about his investigation. And I understand there's more to it, but I don't see any other videos. Maybe there's more stuff out there, but I'm just commenting on just what I saw. I can't say for sure about anything else because that's the only piece of footage that I saw. You feel ignored? No, actually, no. I mean, not really. I can understand why you would think that. It's more. There's more to it. Like I said, it just started when I started putting a lot of things together. And again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if prove. I guess you don't have to prove me because you don't have to prove anything to me. Who gives a shit what I think? But just all the things that started putting things, the pieces together. And that's when I kind of started thinking, I just don't think that a lot of you guys, and again, this is not all of you. I haven't had conversations I've never had any communication whatsoever with the Crow. I think I may have seen one or two of your videos. So I can't speak for you. I can't speak for some other people. I never even heard of Joe or his channel, so didn't know anything about him. I don't remember what I was even saying now. But no, and again, I agree. I think having fun and joking around is perfectly fine. But the way I viewed what he was doing was more disrespectful and just kind of pointless. I mean, I guess for me, and again, maybe, we're all different people. So I guess if I was in his, I brought you up because it was brought up in the video. And I mean, that's what I saw. I mean, I said, I'm basing everything I saw on that one video that shaped it. That's all the information I had. So again, I apologize for what I said, about you, and your, fiance. So that's the second apology you got publicly, and privately. Third, I guess now. So I apologize. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I don't remember where I was going with this now. But let's see what I missed here. Well, I mean, I don't feel like I needed to do any research on him because he wasn't a key portion of the video. There was only one little thing and a couple of sounds that I commented on, but 99% of the video was about the shape and my opinions on his investigating style and whatever he was doing. I guess for me, like I said, I had I come that far for my first or second, whatever it was, ghost hunt, and my channel is reacting to ghost hunting videos, I would think that you would take it. I feel like you should take it a lot serious Um, because otherwise it's hard to take him serious on what he says because he doesn't have any experience in doing this. Um, so I just, maybe I just took it all. Did I say the if I said if I oh my god, my bad, if I said the shape I meant side eye guy. If that was me, my bad, I misspoke. If I said that. Um, yeah, so that's just my opinion on his video. Um, so yeah, and again, I never said I mean I didn't really try to go into a whole lot of stuff with all that, but I guess I just didn't realize it was going to have that kind of a negative effect on you guys. So sometimes I say things that maybe I shouldn't have said. Go figure, huh? Let's see, what else did I miss? Anything else? Let's see. Now I see you, Liz. Don't worry, I see you back there. Sorry if I haven't really been responding. I've been trying to respond to everybody else. I guess I didn't. So, anyway. Now, one thing is, I've got all the flashlights on, got two of them, REM pod, all this stuff. None of this stuff's gone off. This been on for an hour and 17 minutes. None of this stuff has just randomly gone off. And we're next to, not even the EMF detector, and we're next to light sources and electronics. Nothing's going off. I mean, I just don't really understand why there's so much hate for devices. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure that wasn't for me. Uh, yeah, and that happened to me, and I put it out. You know, it happens. I mean, it's unfortunate that I just ran with it. You know, I said, I mean, I'm not taking back what I had to say about the side eye guy. You know, that's what I felt. Um, the other issue, I said, I'm not interested in discussing because that's a private matter that I should have never touched on. So I'm trying to be respectful about that. Yeah, so we can talk all you want about anything else, side eye guy or whatever, because and he can defend himself on this. You know, we're all big boys. Yeah. I mean, I just think that all these devices. I mean, again, I understand the issue with electronics, but none of these things have just randomly gone off, and you can see that. All right, and they're all on. The cab all is on. So you can see the EMF. I'm not sure you can see it. It's turned on, so it's just not randomly. All these things aren't just randomly going off. For no reason. I often will do this when I do live stream just to kind of even show that like these things don't just randomly go off. And I have AC going on. I'm in my apartment here. You can probably hear the AC. So I mean, have temperature fluctuations in here. I'm here. We got bright lights, so it's not affecting anything. So I quite like the fact that um, that none of this stuff is going on because it tells me that when things do happen, it's a little more legitimate. You're right, and that's why I turned it off because that one obviously is faulty. It's either faulty or I don't know if you probably can't tell, but my chair is pretty much right here um, on the desk, so it's possible I was bumping it or moving it. And when that kind of thing happens with the cab ball, when these start going off like that, because these things do go bad, just like the REM pod. If it just starts going off like crazy, then the battery is dead. You have to replace the battery. That happens. Yeah, the cab ball starts going off like that. Yep, that's time for it to go in the trash. I mean, and again, I can't say that it's 100% paranormal, but no one else can. No one else can say that it's not. And well, yeah, and that's the thing. You guys think, I mean, I'm not like all these other. I don't fake my stuff. I mean, you know, I we always. You may not see it in our videos, um, but we debunk stuff. I mean, we just don't show that part. I mean, when we're doing our we're doing our video. Because look, I look at it like this. There's two things. You have your investigation, and you have your YouTube video. So when we're investigating, you're not seeing the majority of what is happening. We're only showing you the exciting, the most exciting stuff. Um, I'm only showing you like footage that we're actually getting something is happening, something is interesting to watch. You're not seeing the hours and hours of us standing around looking at each other, doing nothing, setting up devices. I mean, no one wants to really see that. It's boring. So I view things as just two different things, and that's so when I edit for our YouTube video, it's more geared towards giving as much of an entertaining video as possible, rather than just showing someone a full-on investigation because most people don't want to see that. It's boring. But it's an unfortunate. A lot of things end up getting cut or this and that. I mean, but we have lots of good stuff. Um, I'm sorry that you guys have such a bad taste in your mouth about me, and that's fine. Because I do have really good evidence that I would like seen by people. See what people think. Um, you know, yeah, I think the issue is that even on just YouTube, people have gotten so jaded with things that everybody thinks everything is fake now, and so that's another big problem. We come into that all the time. No matter what it is, it's fake. Um, I agree, you have, and I didn't expect you guys to be, what was the word you used? Yeah, I didn't expect you to be kind, and I mean, I wasn't sure if you guys were going to show up or not, and that's fine that you did. Um, you know, kind. So it's been pleasant, been a nice conversation with you guys. So I do appreciate that. But again, I did what I did. I said what I said. So I'm here for whatever comes my way. So. Um, yeah, if any of you guys ever want to just look at my stuff, you can message me privately, and we can talk about it. I said I have really good clips I would like people's opinions on, because I have a hard time believing some of the stuff that we have, and I know for sure that we didn't create that. That's all I can really for sure say is we didn't make it. It's either paranormal or something unseen, that I don't realize. So. Well, anyway, um, so I still okay. Let's go back on this hot dog thing because I still am not understanding the whole hot dog thing because I saw that in some thumbnails as well, and I don't understand the joke. So if anybody wants to chime in, well, yeah, of course I want my stuff seen, but I didn't. But you're you're taking one video that I did and you're making it into something like that. I didn't make that video to get seen and to get clicks and views. Um, I mean, I I pretty well knew that it was probably going to get trolled into oblivion, and for my retention to get absolutely destroyed, which it did. You know, it is what it is. But that's pretty much what I expected. Um, when it did end up happening, obviously, is you know everybody else posting videos got me more views on it than my own did. So I really didn't expect some of that, and um, just something that okay. So there's no other jokes. Okay, I got it then. Yeah, I wasn't sure. So okay, that makes sense. Then just a inside live joke. Gotcha. Yeah, but I'm trying to answer all you guys' questions the best of my ability and just be honest about my stance on all this. Is it like it or not? I mean, I'm not here to win anybody over. Um, so you know, I'm not here for a truce. I'm not here for a fight either. I'm just here. So. Man, what's one? Damn, been on for an hour and a half now. Huh. All right. Well, anybody else got anything, any questions, anything about anything, anything you want to talk about before I call tonight? I gotta go to the gym so I can eat some hot dogs. Dark Angel, you're right. They're not. And I say that was my big gripe. That's how I felt. Um, yeah, that's why I made that video. Um, yeah, because spirits are not they're not here for our entertainment. That we go to these haunted places. I know for sure, for like my reasoning for going to these places is just because I'm very interested in the afterlife. Um, it goes a lot deeper, and I'm not going to go into like really personal my business, but I've had a lot of uh, I had a lot of experience as a young kid. Things happened, and I think for me, if I could, proving to myself that there's some kind of afterlife, whether it's being a ghost or going to heaven or whatever it is, um, it gives me a little bit more comfort of what's going to happen when my time comes. Um, and I've seen a lot of weird things, and I initially did get into it just because I kept having all this wild stuff happen, and you know, it scared me as a kid, but I was intrigued. Let's see, oh, what was that? Oh, it's their spirits of actual sir. Well, um, yeah, oh yeah, I guess there could be circus monkey spirits. Yeah, I've never. Okay, so that's yeah, it's an interesting thing because you never really think about monkeys or zebras or anything else, but oftentimes you will hear about cats and dogs. Um, so I wonder why that is. And there's no, I mean, maybe there's haunted zoos, but they're not haunted by animals. I mean, maybe they are. I don't know. I've never investigated an old zoo, so maybe someone can chime in on that has. Tell me if you ever caught an EVP of a elephant or something. That'd be kind of wild. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I may have. There was some weird stuff I've caught, but I don't think I've ever caught a bark or a meow. But even if I did, I'd probably just assume it was probably a real animal. Yeah, aardvark ghost. I maybe. I mean, if there's cats and dogs, you'd think, but I don't know. I guess the mentality I would have on something like that is the cats and dogs that have maybe more of a connection with humans, and so for some reason they stick around. I don't. But I gotta imagine that some of it's probably more. It's not. Oh God. I mean, now I see what y'all are saying. Y'all are fucking wild. Yeah, no. Yeah, no parrots. Yeah, I mean, I probably they all ran away. I guess if I was a bird or a zebra or something, I wouldn't want to hang out with a bunch of humans. I'm taking off. I'm going flying away. Yeah, well, yeah, that's fine. I like jokes too. So I'm a big time troll, as you all probably have noticed. I have heard the Houston Zoo is haunted. Too bad that we can't investigate it. I'd like to go check that out and see if I'm wrong and catch a snake or something. Yeah, never even really thought about that. That's interesting. Hmm. Well, what are you gonna do? Hmm? Nothing's gonna go off back there. Good. I hope you're doing good, Liz. Elizabeth. Hopefully, everyone out here on YouTube land is doing well. Yep, Lady Rage, you missed a lot. You missed an hour and a half. I actually only plan on being here for an hour, but yeah, these debunker fellas just kept me here, kept talking. They actually kind of, it's crazy. I actually kind of like them a little bit now. That's bullshit. Yeah, see, I know people talk about dogs, Later, Crow. Thanks for hanging out and talking to us, talking to me. I hope I answered your questions the best I could. Yeah, I hear there's been multiple locations that I've been to that have talked about dogs. Um, so you never know. I believe the dogs and cats they just have a different thing than other animals, and that's probably why they can stick around. But yeah. So what else is going on tonight? Anything interesting that's y'all do this weekend? Anybody? Anything to say about anything? I don't care. I'm wrapping this up soon, but I figured I'll just keep rolling for a few more minutes if anyone has anything interesting to talk about, because I think I've said pretty well all I've had to say. Yeah, I mean that'd be my thought, Jeffrey, is yeah, it's a human contact. Or are you talking about me having human contact? Me in my basement? I don't know. Maybe I read your comment wrong. We don't have anything booked yet. We are discussing a couple places. I have two videos that we've already filmed. So we're just wait. I just gotta take the time to edit and upload. So it'll be a little bit different. I'm trying a little bit different style for these next two. Would you have, hey Dawn, would you have preferred him to go to Jared? Or are you happy that he didn't? Where did he go anyway? Did he tell you? Oh, and Dawn, since you're here, I already told Joe, but I'll tell you since you're here now. But I apologize for being a little bit too harsh on you. It was regrettable. You know, I got a little bit carried away with my thoughts on the side-eye guy, and I think I took things a little bit too far. Let me see. Hold on, wait. Oh, sorry, my finger keeps getting in the way, but I'm trying to get to these comments. They just keep disappearing, so maybe I'm just too stupid to know how to keep these things up. Ah, well, that was smart of you. Yeah, so when I did it and I got I just and I just bought something and hope for the best. Luckily, she said yes. I was surprised. She probably should have said no. Well, it's too late now. she probably too late now. So she says she likes it. She probably doesn't. If I missed something or not. Let's see. Oh, nope, we're good. All right. I mean, is there a way to keep the chat up? I don't know why it keeps just disappearing. There's got to be a way. Yep, you sure are. There's been a lot said. I think a lot of the drama and stuff has kind of been aired out a little bit. Now you're probably going to hear my dog walking around making all kinds of... Yeah, we hear you making all kinds of noise. I mean, the ghost in the house. That's what I really meant. There's a ghost here. Did y'all hear that? Yeah. Just my dog making a bunch of noise. Let's see, what was that? Oh, Dark Angel, yeah. No, I really haven't, other than just hearing, about him, since I was, very invested in that whole story when it happened. I watched, every hour of that interview. I mean, it was crazy. And, just, I really enjoy, like, all the body language videos that they did on him. So if you haven't seen those, it's quite interesting. Kind of, you can just see how guilty he was. Yeah, but I know that there's a lot of this weird stuff with the family that's currently in the house. I guess the husband, I don't remember exactly, so I don't want to misspeak. But I know the husband did something, and I think he's going to jail or prison or something. So it's like that house is cursed or something. I have had a couple comments on it saying, I guess contractors or people that have worked on the house recently or within, I guess, the time that they moved out, they did a bunch of renovations, and they all basically say that I don't know if it was one or two different people, but they said the house definitely isn't haunted now. So it's but I think a lot of times, in a situation like that, it's possible that they all were there for a couple days before moving on. So they may not have been there for a long amount of time. It's thought in, I think it's Buddhism. Again, if that's not correct, I'm just, I think that's right. Buddhism, Hinduism, something like that, where there's a period of time. I think it's 3 days from after your death that you will roam the earth and basically until your burial. And once you're buried, then your spirit moves on. There's actually a really good movie called oh wait, I think it's Awake. Oh, Alive. Oh man, now I don't remember that. Christina Ricci is in it. It's a very good movie. It's like a horror movie, but it's very good. It kind of talks about that. Let's see. I'm at a point where I personally won't mention your channel anymore, but I'm not taking my video. That's fine. Yeah, you don't have to take your video down. I don't have a problem with that. And you can either mention me or don't mention me, and either way, it doesn't matter. And yes, talking about the Watts house. Yep. Yeah, too many conversations going on at once. Trying to answer everybody as best I can. Yeah, maybe we'll go for a couple more minutes if anybody has anything else. What else is going on, guys? Anything interesting? Tell me about you guys. Tell me something about interesting about y'all. This is probably getting boring for y'all now. I didn't mean to stay on here for almost 2 hours. I was an hour, and I was gonna be out of here. I was gonna be at the gym. Big boy here likes to eat, so I gotta work out a lot. So no other questions or anything. I'll probably call it tonight, but if you do, by all means. Yeah, there's been multiple videos done on it. I know I was asked to, got asked to do a few other, I guess, reaction videos or whatever you call them. That because I saw a few that were kind of interesting that I may talk about, but I'm not trying to. I don't want to make a career out of just doing Chris Watts videos. Like it was it was really supposed to just be a one-off thing for me. Just because it's an interesting topic. But yeah, it's been, as far as I know, pretty well documented or well known or thought anyway. Maybe not known, but pretty well thought that the house was haunted. My guess, based on what some of the comments, that it probably isn't haunted anymore. Oh, so it was on, yeah. I mean, there's been shows and all kinds of stuff, so who knows? You could have seen it, who knows where, anywhere, lots of places. So, but at least at the time, when all that footage was taken, and I like it because it's police footage. And not to say that the footage wasn't tampered with in some way. We need to look. Yeah, no, I do agree that people need to. Yeah. So, from my thought on it, I don't want to bring attention to Chris, and that's not my intention with doing that. If my whole interest is if what we're hearing on the video is any of Shanann or any of the girls talking, I feel that they should have their voices heard. Who cares about Chris? He's irrelevant. He is. If there's a demon, he is one. You know, so he might be the demon that's in everybody's ghost hunting videos. He's not important to me. It's the girls that were important to me and getting their voices be heard. So anything else, fellas, guys, girls, whatever? Oh, you're gonna have to share that with me. Um, if if I'm not sure if you're on our Instagram or not, but if you are, just send us a DM on Instagram. Um, I'd like to hear it if you're um, willing to share. I won't post it or anything. I just want to hear it. That's if you're okay with it. I like hearing people's stuff. I get people send me stuff all the time. You know, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like hearing people's stories. So my Instagram is always open for anybody who just has questions, has just stories they want to tell people. 'Cause I know it's weird. A lot of people don't um, understand. They don't believe. They'll think you're weird, and if you tell people things, and so we're people. I'm somebody you can confide in with that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously, I'm way weirder than you. So what am I gonna say? So yeah, if you have any stories, any stuff you want me to look at or just hear, feel free. I'd love to hear it. The house quits all. Yeah, yeah. Chris definitely is. Yeah, demonic. The house, not so much. Yeah, Veronica. I know it's unfortunate of your last name, but so now we're talking about Watts. But yeah, no, I talked to BJ a couple of days ago about going somewhere. So I mentioned a place, and yeah, because I kind of want to go back to Haunted Hill House. But he mentioned another location that looked pretty cool, and there's a lot of places that we still have to go that I'd like to check out. So definitely see if we can get Jeremy and something like that, get that going. Um, maybe I'll invite one of those debunkers down. Yeah, it's really sad. They had a really nice home, and just I just it I just have such a hard time believing like how somebody could do that. How like what happened? How do you go from just being a normal person seemingly to just doing that to your entire family? Like it's one thing, I could, as bad as it sounds, okay, I could let the wife slide. Maybe they had a big fight and just rage, whatever. But your your two little girls, I mean, how do you do that? I mean, just why didn't he just get a divorce? I don't. I mean, just get a divorce now. I mean, if he just wanted to run off with um, Nicole, um, it is, yeah, I know, quote unquote normal. It's just, man, like, he just wanted to run off with that girl. And again, it's better to be a jerk and just leave your and divorce and leave your family than just murder everybody. I mean, just be a jerk. But Yeah, I mean, obviously, somebody like him, they just has something severely wrong with them. Um, it's apparent because nobody that's really normal and they don't do that. And like I said, I could see where you just snap one day and but that's another level. So there was something very very wrong with him. I mean, I said I don't want to give too much credit to some kind of a demonic attachment or something. So I hate even mentioning something like that because I think that takes away from what he did, and I think he deserves all of the blame, not some demonic force. He is the demonic force. You know, it was a very tough and sad video to do, just listening to those voices and then getting everybody's thoughts, things that I missed, and getting a lot more inside detail that I didn't know. So it's much appreciated for everybody who has commented, been commenting, still talking about it, and giving me more insight every day, and even hearing and seeing things that I missed. So I mean, I greatly appreciate all that from everybody and all the love and the support, the subscribers. You know, and it's been quite overwhelming in a positive, good way. I just wasn't expecting that much love from everybody. So it's been nice. And I hope everybody will, that enjoyed it and subscribed will, go and check out, my older videos, give me their same, thoughts on it. Yeah, just let me know what you like in the videos, what you don't like, any kind of critiques. I mean, I'd love to hear what anybody has to say about it, good or bad. You know, if you have anything bad to say, then feel free, and it'll help me become a better filmmaker. Let's see. Let's see. Enjoyed the chats. 5 a.m. comes quick. Yeah, you too, Jeffrey. I appreciate you talking to me. It was good. Kind of trying to hash things out. Let's see. I think I missed something. Man, I would love to go to Scotland. I want to visit Ireland sometime. I'm part Irish, so I would love to, like Irish and Czech. So I would love to visit those countries. And of course, Scotland is absolutely beautiful. Who wouldn't want to go there? Do you sound like Braveheart when you talk? That'd be freaking cool. I'm sure you do. I know it's probably a stupid thing to say, but you know. Let's see. So he wasn't the first one. That's great. I didn't know that. And he wasn't the first. I'll have to look into that. And BJ, as far as the church, I think it's still there. We haven't been over there since, and we've had horrible weather. Since then. Multiple like really bad storms. So I know that thing was bound to fall down. So it's possible the thing's already gone. But I don't know. I keep meaning to try to make a trip over there to check it out to see if it's still standing. I was very surprised, the amount of activity we got in that place. I thought we were gonna get in there and just talk to nothing. So it was pretty surprising that we got anything. Very surprised. Yeah, I know. We've been wondering the same thing. It's kind of like way. I mean, you were there, so it's kind of way out there and way out of the way, for just to go check on it. But I do intend on trying to get over there and see if it's there by chance. Just out of pure curiosity. So I'm gonna stick on for another 6 more minutes, guys. So if anybody has any other anything you want to talk about, I'll stay on for 6 more, and we'll just win this right at 2 hours. Yeah, you too, bro. Yeah, we'll get with each other and figure out what our next adventure is. Either Hill House or we'll do that one spot that you sent, or even another spot. Whatever. I'm happy to go anywhere. There was somebody was supposed to be on tonight, but I don't know if she never commented, so I'm not sure if she's ever here or not. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to see what she said. See what she said. Spotted Ghost. That's an interesting name. Yeah, this has been an interesting live. Not really exactly how I guess I didn't really have uh, a thought in how this was going to go. I wasn't really. I mean, honestly, I didn't plan on having a whole discussion with debunkers. I wasn't sure if anyone was going to show up here or even not. I was just going to get on here randomly and talk mostly about the watch stuff and some personal experiences, just whatever anybody wanted to talk to. So I'm sure people will probably say that kind of stupid stuff to you all the time, but I know the movie is mostly nonsense, but it's a good movie. I know, and that's I guess it's kind of silly that I'm summing up everything about Scotland based on one movie. So I don't mean to do that, so I apologize. I'm not trying to sum up your whole culture into Braveheart. That's ridiculous. But it's from what I've seen, pictures and videos, it's a very beautiful country. Oh, something just happened. Oh, I did not know that. That's interesting. Did you now? Yeah, you'd be an interesting person to talk to. I'm sure others have already. Get your thoughts on things. I've only got a couple more minutes, so I don't really have time to go into that, but I appreciate you hopping on here. Need to do something about this background. It seems all that, see, blue and red, it kind of really, it looks okay when I'm not in the shot, but it kind of just, I don't know. Maybe it's over, it seems like it's oversaturating everything, at least on the phone. I might do a different little setup by next time. Maybe add some little spooky music or something. So you don't hear whatever the hell is happening, a shower or something. I'm not sure if y'all can hear the shower in the background. That's what happens when you have kids. Yep, nice meeting you too, Dark Angel. I appreciate all the comments and questions, and good talking to everybody. Yeah, but it's getting late. I'm not sure what time it is now. I started at what, 7? So I guess it's almost 9 here. So yeah, you too, Lady Rage. I appreciate it. Yep, I look forward to hearing some stories and your EVP. Yep, send them whenever. I'll be here. So, but all right, guys. I appreciate everyone to talk to me. Whoever's still around, and yep, I'll see you guys later, and yep, just hit me up either in emails or DMs if y'all want to talk. Later.